Connections and networks aren't just a product or a service at Southern Light. They're what we value at a deeper level. The connections between our lives, our families, our careers, and communities.
Andy Newton moved boxes and actually fixed my dryer for me. Yes, he did.
I've been with a lot of companies, and I'm going to have to say point blank Southern Light is the best I've ever been with.
A couple of years ago, my daughter, playing volleyball, got hurt and had a bad knee injury, had to have surgery and stay home. And as a project manager, you know, we have all kinds of crazy hours and so forth. And at the time, Eric Daniels, you know, reassured me everything would be okay, got me a Wi-Fi card and had me work from home for months to take care of my daughter. They really work with you as a human being as far as the needs individual, the person, whether it's an illness, whether it's a family problem. And throughout my years, I've always had that ability to work hard but have a life and be able to adjust and still do a fantastic job. The company allows for that, and they go through any lengths to make this happen, and they've always been that way.
To me, it's more of the family atmosphere. Everybody joins together. We do what needs to get done. You know, if somebody has a problem or if you need a few days off just to take care of a family issue, it's not a problem. I feel like it as my second family.
Serving our nation, serving our families, serving each other. That's where Southern Light really shines. It's a spirit we all know we can count on when we need it most.
My son had a kidney transplant just recently, and my wife and I volunteered to be the donors, and my wife wound up being the donor. And of course, I had to have some weeks off there to take care of my son and wife while that was going on. The company was with me 100%. My co-workers got together and handled my workload for several weeks, which was quite a bit of a workload to put off on people.
Caleb Smith had just been on the job a few months when devastating floods hit Baton Rouge. He ended up with 4 feet of water in his home.
Not but a day later, you know, Shane Mays comes in with the truck and trailer with every type of cleaning supply, clothes. They asked me all this stuff. I mean, they brought in a whole trailer full of stuff, gift cards, cash, and, you know, things that I never had a company reach out. And I guess a company at the end of the day is only the people that make it up. But the people that came and helped me, Shane Bryant, my new immediate supervisor, there was nothing but help coming my way. Amongst all this devastation and bad things that happened, the good that I saw in people and the people that are around me that came to help and the people that reached out that I've never had people help me in ways, or the conversations that went down and the things that were said and the people that supported me. I've never had that in my life, and it just came at a really pivotal time for me.
Back there in May, I was devastated by a house fire. I have 2 young kids, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and we had the house collapsing on us and fire all around us, and one of those you have to get out within 5 minutes, the middle of the night. Just a totally crazy, traumatic experience. You're sitting there trying to evaluate what you've lost and everything, then your work comes to mind. And I placed a phone call to my boss and said, you know, explain what happened. Within the hour, one of my coworkers shows up at my sister-in-law's house, where we were kind of had our HQ, so to speak, where, you know, we didn't have anywhere else to go, and shows up with breakfast. That morning, I get a call from Andy Newton, our CEO, calls and says, you know, hey, you know, apologies about what happened, my condolences. We are behind you 100%. Anything that you need, we will provide. Please take your time. Do not worry about work. You know, you do what you need to do to get you and your family back on your feet. You know, I don't know how many companies, you know, an employee will get a call from the CEO within, you know, a few hours of something like that. But this one, you know, that's what happened.
We don't know what's ahead. We don't always see trouble coming, but we know we can count on our Southern Light family.
When I started here, 60 days later, I deployed with the National Guard, went overseas. I was gone for 10 months. Everybody, all my friends and family members, Southern Light's really taken care of me. They made my 10 months gone a little more bearable. They sent me care packages, had letters, pictures, correspondence back and forth. Anytime I ever needed information, I could email back to Southern Light, and I'd get an answer or response within minutes, sometimes a couple hours, any time of day. They called and checked on my wife and my kids while I was gone, which meant a lot to me and my family. Came back to work after 10 months of being gone, and fell right back into it. It was like I didn't miss a step. Everyone was welcoming me back. We've been going hard ever since.
They work with you in ways that to me are like amazing. I doubt there are other companies that do that. Like I have 2 kids and I get to leave to pick them up from school and finish working my hours at home. In my early years, I also had a daughter that had cancer, so I had to travel a lot with her, and they supported me with that, which was very awesome.
We don't just work, we work together, and we work for each other. We work to make life better for one another, those we serve, and our community.